Let me check how long we are on this path, actually. We still got a fair amount to go, but it doesn't seem to be going quite as slowly as I suspected. I think that Ashton's is like the longest, or Rebecca's. I'm not sure, but anyway. When we reach the parlour, however, an odd feeling washes over me. It starts off as a small goosebumps on my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers in my ear and shadows dancing, lurking in the corner of my vision. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look. A chill settles down my spine, making me feel sick, and I start to break out in a cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me, everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we prepared. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
Yeah, let's just take a break in the room where you feel like something's watching you. That's a splendid idea. I let them sit while I retreat to the quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. It's just Gordon Ramsay. Yes, that joke is still continuing. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I probably just caught Rebecca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out of my lips in silent prayer, until a hand taps my shoulder.
Hello, you there?
It's not the ghost, it's even worse. It's a rich person.
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you! Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker! Anyway, Isabel, right?
You're kinda cunty.
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hannah. Call me Hannah.
Hannah? I always thought it was pronounced Hannah.
I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
Can you pronounce it Hannah? My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see, but we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she's tasted a particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem.
Cunt.
And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who will probably just fill it up with cats.
If it was filled with cats and the entire thing had slides and weird tubes and places for cats and giant islands full of cat toys, that would be pretty cool. You could open it up into a really fun, weird place called the Cat Lady, not the game, the Cat Lady, which is a pretty cool game. But I think you'd be better off than some random place for you to just prance around, cunt.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hannah. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Oh, that's good. I have 17 cats. My name is Rich Evans. Perhaps I'm not feeling well, but really, what's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person. But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon. And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us. Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am.
It's called buying a property.
I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves.
Oh no, it's Jack the Ripper.
What would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
All these rich people, I can't handle it. I try not to wince when her nail digs into my shoulder. She's trying to find gold flakes. I can't help but send an imploring look at Miss McCullough, who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time in taking the papers from my hand and shuffling through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be so angry at me for letting her do that. But I mean, you're getting a sale. Like if someone is willing to just buy the place and they're just gonna buy it for full price or whatever, isn't that a good thing? Just to get it sold as much as possible? Do I just not know anything about real estate, or?
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
It's Isabella.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and what's this?
A look of confusion and disgust appears on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply. You're gonna fucking die.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
This artwork is fucking raw.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Kinda like the one you're in now, Hotshot.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled.
Have you seen that one artwork where I think the guy was like making fun of artwork, where he took a shit in a jar or a can or something and then he sealed it up and decorated it, and then he advertised it as art, so everyone was taking the jar and they just had it displayed until one person finally opened it and they found out that he took a shit in it, because he was trying to see how long it would be for people to actually open it instead of just appraising it because it was called art. I mean, that was pretty funny to me. I'm not very into art, to be honest.
But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, Ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes.
A fucking microphone, sorry.
Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
But seriously though, what kind of ghost is like, I know how to be threatening, I'm gonna make a chain letter that looks like a 5-year-old did it. It looks like some Facebook tier garbage, and then people will take me seriously.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
Well, it just goes to show how little you know. Oh, it's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are the papers I handled not enough? I want to ask what's wrong. I don't want to mess this up. But with the way Ma'am Hannah is leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt her.
That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
It'll turn into a cat mansion and everyone will be happy except you, but no one cares.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
The smile's back on her face when she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of paper.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the paper, at the letter in my hands. Title drop. The sides crinkle in my grip and my breathing goes labored. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright? You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlor. I want nothing more than to say that, no, I'm not alright. I want to leave this place. Because I remember everything as clear as day. This letter and the woman in the attic. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Careless, I've been so careless. How do I even tell them that without them looking like I've gotten mad? Should I even tell them? Oops. I want to see what happens if I choose both. I don't know if I made a good choice. The words are stuck in my throat. I want to tell her, I really do. But is she going to believe me? She already dismissed me earlier. It's a concussion, she said. It's not. There really is something in this house, in the attic, in the letter. It's going to go after us. Please believe me.
Dear me, is Isabella all right?
Ma'am Hannah's voice breaks through the haze, beginning to cloud my mind. Rose is looking down on me, worry etched on her features. I didn't even notice when she removed the wrinkled paper from my hands and pushed me down to sit on a nearby chair. Is this a false choice? Did you quantic dream me? From the edge of my vision, I also make out Miss McCulloch asking a passing food server for a glass of water. Through it all, Mr. Wright stands in the sidelines. Although curious, he appears more inclined to watch the scene than help. They are all as likely to believe me as Rose does. To everyone, whatever's in this house is just a hoax. A cautionary tale for children.
Isabella, do you need me to call that ambulance?
She offers me a drink, but I push it away. I need to get out of here before I can cause an even bigger commotion. Clear my head. Take a breath of fresh air. Anything to take my mind off of things. No one is going to believe me anyway.
No, I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me. I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath.
Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused enough trouble, and Rose can be quite unforgiving for behavior like that. Well, I mean, look at it this way, honey. If they die, you don't have to bother apologizing to them anyway, so... I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me.
Isabella, wait!
The apprehension must be quite obvious on my face, because her expression instantly shifts into something gentler, eyes softer, a fond smile spreading on her lips.
Hey, I'm not angry.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Well, I mean, we basically have a cellar, so you didn't exactly do too badly.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off, before shifting her gaze down to her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless, more as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can. No, you won't. You're the protag. But I have this nagging feeling that, one way or another, it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery.
All I've sold are outhouses.
But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
Of someone else's house?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
Well, when the ghost makes you fall over, I'm not gonna be there to laugh at you. She clasps her hand together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand. To some extent. Some extent being zero. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful. Whether at myself, at the unlucky turn the situation has taken, or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
Wow, I think I hate him more just for using that word. At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning our strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess?
So, are we good?
No. I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
Wait, do I still have our car keys? Because if I do,
I'm
you
not an invalid, Rose.
can go for a walk or you could drive it into a ditch.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, alright? Don't even think of going anywhere.
You just told me to leave.
Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
Okay. She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. Sugar bread, okay. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies, gathered in some ways across from me, is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. The one with gold flakes, a little argument here and occasional laughter and teasing there. I smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing these past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. That thing, I think it's a vase. It really looks like a dildo. Maybe this afternoon hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. It's a few hours early from what I've told him, but he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter. Personal convictions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. Well, whatever way works. A free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. After a couple minutes and a few prayers of asking for a decent signal later, the call finally connects and
Shit! Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out! Can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash
I
from
hate
Deluxe
this
City.
man.
Baggers, watch out! Can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie.
I feel the
I'm a cool
second-hand
dude.
embarrassment
Pretty fly for an Asian
taking
guy.
over my kidneys.
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe
So,
City. Baggers, watch out!
I'm gonna
Can't
have to
beat
end
me.
this here
Looking for trouble?
and
Better
leave you
not
with
lie.
an eternal
I'm a
loop
cool
of
dude.
this until the
Pretty
next
fly
time
for an
because
Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe
I hate
City.
this.
Baggers, watch out! Can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out! Can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City.